Good Wednesday, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Conversation Daily News. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. We, of course, have your news headlines coming up on this hump day. We have the truth of the day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich, and in today's entertainment spotlight, you'll be part of my conversation with author and motivational speaker, Pele Hunkin. Enjoy today's program. For Conversation Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with your Wednesday headlines. In national news, Biden and Putin square off for 2 hours as Ukraine tensions mount. Face-to-face for over 2 hours, President Joe Biden and Russia's Vladimir Putin squared off in a secure video call Tuesday as the U.S. president put Moscow on notice that an invasion of Ukraine would bring enormous harm to the Russian economy. The highly anticipated call between the two leaders came amid growing worries by the U.S. and Western allies about Russia's threat to neighboring Ukraine. Putin came into the meeting seeking guarantees from Biden that the NATO military alliance will never expand to include Ukraine, which has long sought membership. The Americans and their NATO allies said in advance that Putin's request was a non-starter. Biden said U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan told President Putin directly that if Russia further invades Ukraine, the United States and other European allies will respond with strong economic measures. He added that Biden said the U.S. would also provide additional defensive material to the Ukrainians above and beyond that which we are already providing, and we would fortify our NATO allies on the eastern flank with additional capabilities in response to such escalation. Sullivan said that would include additional deployments of U.S. troops to Eastern European NATO allies. As we pursue diplomatic channels, we will also prepare for all contingencies, he said. As the U.S. and Russian presidents conferred, Ukrainian officials grew only more anxious about the tens of thousands of Russian troops that have been deployed near their border. Just hours before the start of the Biden-Putin video call, Ukrainian officials charged Russia had further escalated the smoldering crisis by sending tanks and snipers to war-torn eastern Ukraine to provoke return fire and lay a pretext for a potential invasion. U.S. intelligence officials have not been able to independently verify that accusation at the time of this report, according to an administration official who spoke on the condition of anonymity to discuss a sensitive matter with the Associated Press. But the official said that the White House has directly raised concerns with the Russians about resorting to their old playbook by trying to provoke the Ukrainians. In more national news, major outage hits Amazon Web Services, many sites affected. Amazon Web Services suffered a major outage on Tuesday, the company said, disrupting access to many popular sites. The company provides cloud computing services to many governments, universities, and companies, including the Associated Press. Amazon said in a post an hour after the outage began, they had identified the root cause and was actively working toward recovery. The issue primarily affected its services in the eastern U.S. It did not disclose any additional details about the cause. Amazon later updated the dashboard to note that the company was starting to see some signs of recovery. We do not have an ETA for full recovery at this time, the statement said on Tuesday. In more national news, judge blocks Biden's vaccine mandate for federal contractors. A federal judge on Tuesday blocked President Joe Biden's administration from enforcing a COVID-19 vaccine mandate for employees of federal contractors, the latest in a string of victories for Republican-led states pushing back against Biden's pandemic policies. The U.S. District Judge in Augusta, Georgia, issued a stay to bar enforcement of the mandate nationwide. The order came in response to a lawsuit from several contractors and 7 states. It applies across the United States because one of those challenging the order is the trade group Associated Builders and Contractors Incorporated, whose members do business nationwide. The judge found that the states are likely to succeed in their claim that Biden exceeded authorization from Congress when he issued the requirement in September. In entertainment news, Drake withdraws 2 Grammy nominations from final ballot. Drake wants no part in competing for a Grammy. The 4-time Grammy winner and his management asked the Recording Academy to withdraw his 2 nominations from the final round ballot. 2 people familiar with the decision told the Associated Press. As of Monday, the Grammys had already removed Drake's nominations from the nominee list on its website. Drake was nominated for Best Rap Album Certified Lover Boy and Way Too Sexy featuring Future and Young Thug, which earned a nomination for Best Rap Performance. Drake has called out the Grammys in previous years. The rapper has shown his displeasure for not being nominated outside the rap category. He also took aim at the importance of the Grammy Awards during his acceptance speech after God's Plan won Best Rap Song in 2019. And finally, in more entertainment news, man charged in death of Jacqueline Avant, music icon's wife. Prosecutors filed charges Monday against a 29-year-old man in the fatal shooting of Jacqueline Avant, the wife of legendary music executive Clarence Avant, last week at their Beverly Hills home. The man is additionally charged with 1 count of felon with a firearm, an assault long-barrel pistol, and 2 counts of residential burglary with people present. Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. It's our time for the Truth of the Day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich. Mary Ellen, take it away.
Hi, this is Mary Ellen with your Truth of the Day. Learn to appreciate the flow of giving. The act of giving and receiving are intimately intertwined. Yet you cannot attract abundance by simply giving gifts to all you meet. You will find yourself wallowing in disappointment when you do not receive the expected result. An error in judgment occurs when you think the only way you deserve a gift is to give one first. When you laden your gifts with expectations or motives, it ceases to become a gift. An expectation might be as simple as a thank you note or, well, I gave you a gift on your birthday, where's mine? Both of the above statements are societal teachings gone wrong. Give to someone because it comes from your heart, because you want to, or because it is what God asks of you in this moment. Today, appreciate the flow of reciprocal abundance as a gift in itself, and enjoy your day.
We are part of my conversation coming up with author and motivational speaker Pele Hunkin in today's Entertainment Spotlight. Stay with us. You're listening to Conversations Daily News. For Conversations Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with your Entertainment Spotlight. Author and motivational speaker Pele Hunkin joined me recently on Conversations Live, the radio show, to talk about the year that's been 2021 for her and the work that she's committed herself to. Here's a bit of our conversation.
Pele, in the volume From Pain to Purpose, Birthing Our Fierce Voice with Strength, in your chapter, which is chapter 5 of the book, you said this at the beginning: the pain we go through in life allows us to find our purpose because there was a purpose in the pain I was going through. The journey of my life required me to be a fierce woman roaring into purpose. I want to talk about that. What has it been like for you to have looked at what you've gone through and realized the purpose in it?
Yeah, so, the main reason why I wrote that chapter, and as a matter of fact, I co-authored 4 and authored mine, and so this is my first book that I have co-authored, and I am grateful for it. And the reason why I chose that topic, it was because of all the pain that I was going through in life. I lost my children's father 15 years ago, and they were so young, Cyrus. And, my oldest was 8, my son was 6, and then my youngest was 18 months. Not to mention that I was a soldier in the United States Army. And so at that time, I instantly became a widow and a single mother when I was already a full-time mother, a full-time soldier, and a college student at the time. So that's why I chose that, because I want to help people. I decided to share and tell my story because it's not about me. I want to help people, who have been through any kind of loss, for me to help them get to where I am today and help them find their new selves, like how I was able to, recreate myself, find myself again.
Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. We thank you all for tuning in to this edition of Conversations Daily News, but we'll have you guys on tomorrow for more news, Truth of the Day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich, and of course your Entertainment Spotlight. Until then, I'm your host Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Daily News today. Let's make today amazing. Take care.